My friends, it's Edgar Cayce here, and what I'm about to unveil is not just information, it's a profound revelation that could shatter everything you thought you knew about happiness, connection, and what it truly means to be human. Forget everything society has ever programmed you to believe about needing another to feel whole, because right now, a quiet revolution is sweeping across our world, a silent uprising of consciousness that most haven't even begun to grasp. And if you miss this, you might just miss the greatest personal evolution of your lifetime, an awakening to a power you never knew you possessed. Recent observations, both from my inner vision and through the lens of modern science, reveal something astounding. In the sprawling tapestries of our great cities, over half of all households are now sanctuaries for single souls. This isn't just a statistical ripple, it's a seismic shift, a revolution in human consciousness with a profound, brilliant reason most are yet to perceive. When I engage with souls in our advanced circles, I bear witness to a remarkable truth. Those who have embraced the sacred art of being alone are not merely surviving, they are undergoing a literal biological metamorphosis. Their very brain architecture is transforming, with scans illuminating a heightened dance of activity in the prefrontal cortex, that magnificent seat of higher thought, profound understanding, and emotional mastery. Let me share a deeper truth, a revelation that struck me like a flash of insight amidst countless ancient scrolls and neuroscientific papers on neuroplasticity. For far too long, we have been profoundly programmed, conditioned to believe that our completeness, our very essence, hinges upon the presence of another. But here's the kicker, a liberating secret. Your magnificent brain, this incredible instrument of creation, cannot discern the difference between the soaring emotions you conjure within yourself and those supposedly triggered by external connections. You possess the innate ability to activate those very same feel-good elixirs. The dopamine, the serotonin, the oxytocin, all by your own conscious design. Consider this powerful implication. Every single time you unconsciously reach for a relationship to mend a perceived void or to feel complete, you are unwittingly etching deeper grooves of dependency into your neural pathways. You are, in essence, sending a powerful signal to your entire being. I need something outside of myself to truly feel whole and happy. But what if I told you that the most profound, most transformative relationship you will ever cultivate lies not with another soul, but with the boundless depths of your own evolving consciousness? What if that solitary journey is, in fact, the greatest adventure of self-mastery? Think about what truly unfolds within your brain when you are enmeshed in a relationship. You are in a constant state of adjustment, subtly tweaking your thoughts, behaviors, and emotions to maintain a delicate balance with another person's unique energy field. Your brilliant brain, in effect, divides its precious resources, splitting its attention between your inner world and their external demands. Yet, when you retreat into the serene embrace of solitude, something truly extraordinary begins to happen. Your neural networks cease their outward-focused dance and begin to fire in perfect, harmonious synchronicity. You become what I call energetically coherent, a finely tuned instrument of your own being. The latest pioneering research in neuroscience illuminates this further, revealing that individuals who master solitude exhibit stronger neural integration. Their right and left brain hemispheres communicate with a newfound efficacy, and they demonstrate an increase in grey matter within regions intrinsically linked to self-awareness and emotional wisdom. This, my friends, transcends mere psychology. It is the observable biology of profound self-evolution. Now, prepare for a truth that may challenge your deepest convictions. Relationships, as most people experience them, can subtly ensnare us, keeping us tethered to a past version of ourselves. Many inadvertently use others as emotional crutches, as external conduits for serotonin and dopamine, when the truth is, these life-affirming chemicals can be generated naturally, abundantly, through their own profound mastery of self. What I am about to share with you, over the course of our time together, will fundamentally reshape everything you've been taught about connection, happiness, and human potential. I will reveal, step by step, how living alone is not merely an alternative lifestyle, but quite possibly the most advanced, most potent way to exist as a human being. We will delve into the science, the deep biology, and crucially, the practical steps you can take to transform your solitude from a perceived void into an extraordinary superpower. The ultimate question then isn't whether you can live alone, but whether you are truly ready to experience the most profound, transformative relationship imaginable, the one with your own dynamically evolving consciousness. Are you prepared, I ask you, to break free from the chains of emotional dependency and step into an authentic biological and energetic independence? Allow me to impart another remarkable insight about your brain. Every conscious choice you make to embrace solitude is not simply a matter of spending time by yourself. It is, quite literally, an act of intentional neuroplasticity, a deep rewiring of your neural circuitry. This isn't abstract theory, it is tangible, hard science unfolding in real time within the very architecture of your skull. When your life is consistently entangled in relationships, your brain often operates in what we term a reactive mode. You find yourself in a perpetual state of responding to another's energy, another's emotional landscape, another's needs. Yet, in the fertile ground of solitude, a miraculous shift occurs. Your brain transitions into what neuroscientists identify as introspective neural processing, where the default mode network, that crucial network responsible for deep self-reflection and internal awareness, ignites with incredible activity. To put this in practical terms, your brain, comprised of roughly 100 billion neurons capable of forging up to 10,000 connections each, begins, in solitude, to weave entirely new connections, based purely on your internal state, rather than external stimuli. It is akin to tuning into a perfectly clear radio signal, free from the static and interference of external noise. What's more, there's a fascinating truth about stress reduction in this chosen path of solo living. Studies measuring cortisol levels, the primary stress hormone, unveil something truly astounding. Individuals who have mastered living alone consistently exhibit up to 50% lower baseline cortisol levels when compared to those habitually engaged in relationships. Why this dramatic difference, you might ask? It's because they are no longer in the relentless cycle of managing the intricate emotional weather patterns of another person. Their delicate nervous system is not perpetually poised in the fight or flight mode triggered by complex relationship dynamics. Imagine your morning routine when you are alone. There are no negotiations, no compromises, no subtle emotional adjustments required. Your brain can, with utmost efficiency, dedicate all its vital resources to optimal regulatory functions and the vibrant currents of creative thinking. This, I assure you, is not selfishness. It is the very definition of optimal neural functioning, allowing your autonomic nervous system to effortlessly shift from a sympathetic stress response to a parasympathetic state of true rest and digest. Now, let us turn our gaze to the realm of decision-making. When you are rooted in your solitude, your prefrontal cortex, the esteemed CEO of your brain, is liberated from having to factor in another person's myriad preferences, their transient emotions, or their potential reactions. This profound independence creates what neuroscientists precisely term clean decision pathways. Your choices become swifter, imbued with crystalline clarity, and perfectly aligned with your most authentic desires. You are no longer compelled to split your invaluable cognitive resources between your deepest needs and the needs of someone else. I have personally observed brain scans of individuals both before and after periods of intentional solitude, and the transformation is nothing short of stunning. The neural density in regions associated with emotional regulation and executive function actually increases. You are not just feeling more decisive, you are, quite literally, physically constructing a more capable and resilient brain. Moreover, there's a vital truth most people overlook concerning the building of new neural networks. Every time you skillfully navigate a challenge alone, you are powerfully strengthening what we refer to as self-efficacy circuits. These are the very neural pathways that reinforce your innate ability to handle the intricate tapestry of life with independent grace. It's akin to engaging in emotional weightlifting. Each solitary experience, each problem courageously resolved on your own, forge stronger, more resilient neural connections, equipping you for future challenges. The biology of self-sufficiency is particularly captivating. Your brain, in fact, generates more brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF. Think of it as premium fertilizer for your neurons when you consistently engage in independent problem solving. This profound truth means your brain becomes exponentially more adaptable, profoundly more resilient, and ultimately more capable of gracefully navigating whatever life chooses to cast upon your path. Furthermore, you are actively training your brain to sustain emotional equilibrium without the need for external scaffolding. This isn't about existing as an isolated island, it's about meticulously cultivating your own flourishing emotional ecosystem, where your hypothalamus learns to regulate your moods and inner states without dependency on another person's fleeting presence or conditional approval. You become truly, what I lovingly call, emotionally self-generating. My friends, allow me to impart a profound truth. Every time you consciously choose solitude over dependency, you are not merely making a lifestyle choice. You are engaging in an act of active neuroplasticity, profoundly sculpting a more evolved and advanced brain. Your neurons are firing in entirely new patterns, meticulously forging pathways that powerfully support independence rather than codependency. And here's what truly sparks the spirit. This remarkable neural reorganization becomes self-reinforcing. The more you diligently develop these independent neural networks, the more natural and deeply rewarding solitude becomes. Your magnificent brain begins to crave the serene clarity and energetic coherence that comes from being alone, far surpassing the often tumultuous neurochemical rollercoaster of relationship dependencies. Consider this insightful parallel. In individuals tethered by relationship dependency, the brain's reward centers are perpetually scanning for external validation. But in self-sufficient individuals, those very same reward centers illuminate in vibrant response to personal achievements, quiet moments of profound reflection, and the self-generated states of pure joy. You, in essence, become your very own boundless source of positive neurochemistry. This transcends merely being alone. It is about meticulously creating the most advanced, the most capable version of your brain imaginable. It's about optimizing your neural architecture for the absolute maximum personal growth and evolutionary leap. When you deeply comprehend this science, being alone ceases to be merely a choice. It transforms into a sophisticated, potent strategy for accelerated neural development. Now, let's confront something that has been intricately programmed into your very being since before you could even utter a word. Society has cunningly installed a powerful operating system within your mind, one that relentlessly whispers, "You need another person to be complete." It is time, my friends, to fully comprehend this pervasive programming and consciously break free from its subtle clutches. From the very moment of your birth, you are bombarded with myriad messages. Find your other half. You need someone to complete you. Being alone means being lonely. These are not merely abstract ideas. They are deep neural pathways that have been meticulously carved into the very fabric of your brain through years of incessant repetition. Every romantic movie, every enchanting fairy tale, every jubilant wedding celebration has served to reinforce these entrenched pathways. But here's what nobody tells you: the profound truth about the often unseen energy cost of relationships. Your brain, this astonishing organ, processes an astronomical 400 billion bits of information every single second, yet you are only consciously aware of a mere 2,000 of those bits. When you are immersed in a relationship, a massive unacknowledged portion of that processing power is diverted towards managing another person's intricate emotions, anticipating their subtle needs, and striving tirelessly to maintain an often fragile harmony. That, my friends, is energy that could be magnificently directed toward your own profound evolution. Think for a moment about your last relationship. How much precious time did you expend contemplating their thoughts, deciphering their moods? How much invaluable energy did you invest in delicately managing their emotional state? The average person in a relationship, I tell you, spends up to 70% of their mental energy focused on relationship-related thoughts and emotions. That is an astonishing 70% of your inherent creative potential, your manifestation energy, tragically tied up in merely maintaining a connection that society has indoctrinated you into believing you need. Society has, perhaps unintentionally, created what I call a relationship addiction loop. It functions precisely like any other addiction. When you are in a relationship, your brain reliably releases oxytocin, dopamine, and serotonin, those alluring feel-good chemicals. Then, when you find yourself alone, your brain, conditioned by this loop, manufactures withdrawal symptoms, cunningly making you feel as though you need another person simply to feel normal, to feel complete. But here, my dear friends, is the unequivocal truth. These very chemicals are already present, nestled deeply within you. You do not require an external trigger, an external source, to produce them. Breaking free from these emotional dependencies is not solely about being physically alone. It is a powerful act of rewiring your brain's intricate emotional reward system. Every single time you courageously resist the subtle urge to seek external validation from another person, you are weakening those old, entrenched neural pathways and simultaneously constructing vibrant, empowering new ones. You are, quite literally, rewriting your brain's very operating system. And here's something profound about reprogramming your subconscious mind. It cannot discern the difference between a real external relationship and one you have meticulously cultivated within the sanctity of your own meditation. When you sit in purposeful silence and consciously generate feelings of unconditional love, profound joy, and complete self-sufficiency on your own, your brain produces precisely the same life-affirming chemicals it would in an external relationship. But here is the critical distinction. You are in sovereign control of their production. You are no longer beholden to, nor dependent upon, someone else's behavior to feel good, to feel complete. The most powerful key to breaking this deep-seated programming is to cultivate moment-to-moment awareness. When you feel that familiar, almost magnetic pull toward a relationship, pause. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, with utmost sincerity, is this my authentic, deepest desire, or is this merely the echoes of old programming? Every conscious choice you make to honor yourself over societal expectations is a profound act of strengthening your neural pathways of independence, reinforcing your sovereignty. Your subconscious mind has been diligently running these inherited programs about relationships for years. But here's the astonishing truth about your brain. It is always ready, always eager to learn new, empowering patterns. Every morning when you awaken alone and consciously choose to feel complete, you are installing revolutionary new software. Every night when you retire, peaceful in your chosen solitude, you are reinforcing these magnificent new patterns. Remember this eternal truth. Social programming is not your ultimate destiny, it is simply your starting point. You possess the inherent, sacred power to rewrite every belief, every pattern, every program that tells you need someone else to be whole. This isn't about rejecting connection itself, it is about choosing conscious independence over unconscious, inherited entanglement. Your brain, my friends, is eagerly awaiting new instructions. Are you ready to give them? Let us now delve into something truly extraordinary that is unfolding in the quantum field around you, even at this very moment. Every thought, every emotion you generate crafts a unique electromagnetic signature that gracefully extends roughly 3 to 5 feet beyond your physical form. When you are truly, authentically connected to yourself, this personal field becomes incredibly coherent, pulsating with immense power. You see, quantum field theory unveils a remarkable truth. Your thoughts and emotions are not merely ephemeral, abstract concepts. They are tangible energy patterns, intimately interacting with the fundamental fabric of the universe itself. When you are alone, deeply focused, and profoundly centered, your personal energy field is not merging or entangling with anyone else's. It is pure, undiluted, uniquely you. Allow me to impart a profound truth about meditation and the power of solitude. When you choose to sit alone in purposeful meditation, you are doing far more than simply relaxing. You are, quite literally, tuning into the very resonance of your own quantum field. Your brain waves begin to harmonize, to synchronize. The intricate electrical activity within your heart becomes incredibly coherent, pulsing in rhythmic precision. You begin to generate what scientists now describe as organized energy patterns. And it is precisely here, in this state of profound coherence, that the true magic begins to unfurl. Most individuals, alas, never fully experience the boundless power of their own exquisite energy field because it is perpetually merging, always compromising, always adjusting to the presence of others. Think of it. In relationships, your field is in a constant state of blending, but in the sanctum of solitude, especially during moments of deep meditation, you can consciously generate an energy field so powerful, so cohesive, that it can actually be scientifically measured by highly sensitive magnetometers several feet away from your physical body. Here's what is truly captivating about consciously creating your own emotional signature. Every emotion, my friends, possesses a specific frequency, a unique vibration within the grand symphony of existence. Love, for instance, resonates at approximately 528 Hz. Joy vibrates with its own distinct frequency. When you are alone and deeply centered, you can learn to generate these powerful frequencies at will, from within. You are not receiving them as a passive recipient from an external source. You are the sovereign creator of your own emotional landscape. I have observed this profound phenomenon in advanced meditators during our workshops. Their EEG readings reveal something extraordinary. When they intentionally focus on self-generated love, their brainwaves achieve a coherence that far surpasses when they merely contemplate receiving love from an external source. The frequency is purer, more stable, infinitely more potent. Let us now speak of internal coherence, a symphony within your very being. Your body, a marvel of creation, orchestrates multiple rhythm-generating systems. Your magnificent heart, your intricate brain, your profound digestive system. When you are ceaselessly adjusting to another person's presence, these vital systems often fall out of sync, losing their natural rhythm. Yet in solitude, particularly during periods of deeply focused meditation, these systems can perfectly synchronize. This is what we refer to as psychophysiological coherence, a harmonious resonance within. Consider your heart for a moment. It generates the largest electromagnetic field in your entire body, a force approximately 100 times stronger than that of your brain. When you are truly, profoundly connected to yourself, this extraordinary field becomes incredibly organized. The intricate patterns of your heart rate variability become smooth, ordered, a testament to inner harmony. This, my friends, is not merely poetic verse. It is measurable, verifiable science. The science of self-love is particularly enchanting. When you consciously generate feelings of self-love, your body produces nitric oxide, which gently dilates your blood vessels, promoting healthy flow. Your vagus nerve activation surges, effectively reducing inflammation throughout your system. Your immune system becomes remarkably more efficient, more robust. You are, quite literally, forging a biology of self-healing, nurtured through the profound practice of self-connection. Here's something most people sadly do not realize. Your cells possess receptors, waiting to respond to emotions. When you consistently generate positive emotions from within, rather than ceaselessly seeking them from external relationships, these receptors become profoundly more sensitive, more responsive. You require less external stimulus to feel truly good, because your cells are finely tuned to your own positive emotional broadcasts, becoming vibrant receivers of your inner joy. In our advanced workshops, we utilize heart rate variability monitors to illuminate something truly amazing for people. When they shift from merely thinking about receiving love to actively generating love from within, their coherence scores often double or even triple. The body, quite undeniably, functions with far greater efficiency and vitality when you are your own boundless source of positive emotions. Moreover, your brain contains remarkable mirror neurons. These unique neurons fire both when you personally experience something and when you observe others experiencing something. Here is the profound key. These mirror neurons cannot distinguish between external love received from another and the potent, sacred love you generate within yourself. When you wholeheartedly practice self-love in deep meditation, these neurons fire just as strongly, creating the same powerful neural circuitry as they would in a deeply loving external relationship. Every time you choose to sit in silence, to intentionally connect with yourself, you are powerfully strengthening what I term your energetic sovereignty. You are meticulously building a field of profoundly coherent energy that becomes your natural default state of being. This, my friends, is not a retreat into isolation. It is a magnificent ascension into elevation. You are not separating yourself from others. You are connecting with the most potent source of love and energy available, your very own essence. Your quantum field does not differentiate between love emanating from another person and the love you passionately generate from within yourself. Energy, I tell you, is simply energy. By mastering profound self-connection, you are not merely becoming independent, you are becoming energetically self-sufficient. You are creating a coherent, powerful field that, by its very nature, attracts desired possibilities rather than needing external relationships to complete you. This, my friends, is the blueprint for the new human, energetically sovereign, internally coherent, and capable of generating all the emotional frequencies necessary for an extraordinary, fulfilling life. Are you ready to become your own boundless source of love, joy, and coherence? Your profound ability to create reality, to manifest your deepest desires, operates at its absolute peak when you are emanating from a place of intrinsic completeness, not from a space of need. This, I tell you, is precisely where living alone transcends into an unparalleled superpower, when you are no longer fragmenting your precious creative energy between your deepest desires and those of someone else. Something truly extraordinary ignites in the quantum field. Reflect for a moment on the observer effect in quantum physics. It tells us that particles behave distinctly when they are under observation. Your thoughts, your potent intentions, operate in precisely the same profound way. When you are alone, utterly present, and fully connected to your creative power, you become the singular, undivided observer of your reality. There is no competing observation, no other consciousness subtly diluting your unique creative force. Allow me to unveil what happens within your magnificent brain when you manifest from a place of complete, intentional solitude. Your pineal gland, what ancient mystics reverently call the third eye, begins to operate at its optimal, most potent frequency. You are not processing another's energy, another's dreams. Every precious ounce of your creative force is perfectly aligned with your intentions. Most individuals fail to recognize how relationships often, quite inadvertently, create a complex quantum entanglement that obstructs clear manifestation. When you are deeply, emotionally entangled with another person, your subtle energy field becomes intricately intertwined with theirs. Your unique vibrational frequency is then constantly compelled to adjust, to compromise. It's akin to attempting to tune a radio to two distinct stations simultaneously. All you receive is static interference instead of crystal clear clarity. Here's what's truly fascinating about energy conservation in solitude. Your body operates on a multitude of electromagnetic frequencies. When you are truly alone, these frequencies can align perfectly, harmoniously with your precise intentions. There is no energy leak, No constant need to expend effort maintaining emotional bonds. No subconscious requirement to match someone else's frequency. You become truly what I call energetically efficient. I have witnessed individuals in our advanced workshops develop what many would deem supernatural abilities when they master the art of being alone. Their pure intention demonstrably affects random number generators. Their consciousness, in profound ways, influences quantum events. Why? Because their energy is not fragmented by the subtle pulls and tugs of relationships. They are operating as a complete, coherent quantum system, a powerful, singular force. Allow me to share a profound truth about manifesting reality itself. In quantum physics, there exists a principle known as coherent states. These are states where all the waves are in perfect phase, moving together in seamless unity. When you are truly alone, powerfully centered in your own being, your thoughts and emotions can achieve this profound coherence. You become a stronger, more focused attractor in the vast quantum field. Consider the last time you attempted to manifest something significant while immersed in a relationship. How much of your precious creative energy was diverted towards merely maintaining that connection? How often did you feel compelled to subtly adjust your deepest dreams to accommodate another's? In solitude, every single ounce of that potent energy can be singularly directed toward your highest, most vibrant vision. The biology of manifestation, I tell you, is significantly enhanced in solitude. Your brain's neural networks fire with greater coherence, your pineal gland produces elevated levels of natural DMT, and your body's electromagnetic field becomes remarkably more organized, more powerful. You are quite literally becoming a stronger broadcaster in the quantum field. Here's what most people, regrettably, do not understand about the emergence of supernatural abilities. They emerge, my friends, when you achieve what quantum physicists refer to as phase coherence within your personal energy field. This is an incredibly difficult state to maintain when your field is constantly entangling with another's through the complex bonds of relationships. When you embrace true, profound independence, something truly remarkable blossoms. Your intentions become clearer, stronger, more acutely focused. You are no longer broadcasting mixed signals into the quantum field. Every cell in your body, every thought in your mind, every emotion you generate becomes powerfully aligned with your singular creative purpose. This is not merely abstract theory, it is measurable science. Individuals who master solitude demonstrate increased activity in the brain's manifestation centers. Their very DNA responds with greater coherence to their intentions, and their ability to influence quantum events becomes demonstrably, incredibly stronger. Your inherent power to create reality is not diminished by being alone, it is profoundly amplified. You are losing nothing by choosing solitude. You are gaining the full, undiluted force of your creative power, uncompromised by emotional entanglements, unburdened by relationship dynamics. Are you ready to become a pure, powerful creator in the quantum field? Reflect upon this for a profound moment. Most individuals operate from emotions intrinsically tied to basic survival: fear, anger, jealousy, deep-seated attachment. These powerful emotions, my friends, are coded into our very DNA, inherited and passed down through countless generations of humans who believed they needed relationships simply to survive. But you, my evolving soul, are no longer bound by that archaic reality. You are poised for the next level of human evolution. When you choose to consciously live alone, you are not just making a lifestyle choice, you are initiating a powerful evolutionary leap. You are, in essence, declaring to your body, your genes, your very consciousness, that you are ready to transcend these primitive survival emotions. You are ready to operate from a completely new, elevated level of being. Allow me to reveal what truly happens in your biology when you begin to break free from ancestral patterns. Your genes possess a profound memory, carrying what scientists call epigenetic markers. These markers hold the emotional blueprints from your ancestors, patterns that whispered, "You need others to survive, to feel safe, to be whole." When you choose conscious solitude, you begin the revolutionary act of rewriting these very markers. You are, quite literally, changing your genetic expression, altering your very destiny. I have observed individuals in our workshops, those who have profoundly mastered the art of being alone, achieving states of consciousness that defy traditional understanding. Their brain scans reveal patterns strikingly similar to those of advanced Buddhist monks. Why? Because they are no longer operating from inherited emotional programs. They are consciously creating new states of being, forging entirely new patterns of consciousness. It is precisely here that the profound power of focused intention transcends into the supernatural. When your emotional energy is no longer dispersed or diluted by relationships, when you are no longer carrying the inherited ancestral patterns of dependency, your intention becomes laser-focused, penetrating, and potent. Your thoughts are no longer merely ephemeral thoughts. They become direct instructions to the quantum field itself. And the most exciting part, my dear friends, is that these elevated states begin to become your new normal. You are no longer falling back into old survival emotions when you are alone. Instead, you are consistently maintaining coherent, elevated states because you have meticulously built the neural architecture to profoundly support them. Allow me to share a truth about consciousness evolution that many fail to grasp. Consciousness does not evolve through prolonged comfort. It evolves through profound challenge. When you courageously choose to be alone, you are directly challenging every ancestral pattern, every genetic program that has ever whispered, you need others to feel complete. Your brain, magnificent as it is, possesses something called metacognitive awareness, the profound ability to observe your own thoughts and emotions. When you are alone, this awareness becomes profoundly heightened. You begin to recognize emotional patterns that are not authentically yours, patterns that were inherited, programmed, or installed by society and ancestry. And once you recognize them, with utmost clarity, you possess the power to change them, to transcend them. This, my friends, is not just personal development, it is species development. You are part of a growing number of humans who are consciously choosing to evolve beyond emotional dependency. You are forging new patterns of consciousness that future generations will indeed inherit. Evolution does not unfold within the confines of comfort zones. It blossoms when we dare to break free from old patterns, when we courageously choose to create magnificent new states of being. Are you ready, I ask you, to become the next evolution of human consciousness? Your morning, my friends, sets the foundational frequency for your entire day. When you awaken alone, you are presented with a precious, unparalleled opportunity. Those initial hours are pure, uncontaminated energy. You are not managing anyone else's mood, not adjusting to anyone else's rhythm. It is time to harness this profound power. Begin before the sun even dares to rise, for this is when your pineal gland is most active, when your body is primed and ready to forge revolutionary new neural pathways. Sit up in your bed and immediately direct your full, gentle attention to your heart. Feel it beating. That is your own sovereign rhythm, your own life force, not someone else's, not a relationship's. It is unequivocally yours, sacred and powerful. For energy management, gently place one hand over your heart and the other on your belly. Breathe deeply into these centers for 7 intentional minutes. You are not just breathing, you are literally charging your body's entire electromagnetic field. This is your energy, your boundless power source, requiring absolutely no external input. Your living space is not merely a home, it is, in fact, a powerful energy incubator. I encourage you to thoughtfully remove photos of past relationships, to clear out shared memories, not because they are inherently bad, but because you are intentionally creating sacred space for new, evolving energy. Place objects that profoundly represent your independent power, crystals pulsating with Earth's wisdom, books that nourish your soul, artwork that speaks only to your solitary spirit. Build your emotional self-sufficiency through what I call state training. Set 3 gentle alarms throughout your day. When they chime, stop everything you are doing and consciously generate a feeling of pure joy, deep love, or profound peace, entirely without any external trigger. You are powerfully teaching your brain that you possess the inherent ability to produce these states at will. No external relationship is required for their creation. In the evening, dedicate a power hour. This is sacred time for advanced meditation. Sit in your consecrated space and focus your attention on the energy center within your brain. Feel your pineal gland activating. You might even experience unusual sensations, like delicate light patterns or subtle vibrations. This is a normal and welcomed experience. You are accessing higher states of consciousness that truly only emerge in the profound stillness of solitude. Practice what I call emotional weightlifting. When you feel that familiar urge for external connection, sit with it. Do not reach for your phone. Do not seek superficial distraction. Feel the temporary discomfort, acknowledge it, and then consciously choose to transmute that energy into inner power. Every single time you successfully do this, you are building immense emotional strength. Your daily evolution demands consistency. Keep a meticulous journal, diligently tracking your states of consciousness. Record the moments when you successfully generated elevated emotions while alone. This is more than mere documentation. It is a profound act of programming your subconscious mind for ultimate independence. Every morning you awaken alone is a pristine opportunity for evolution. Every evening you spend in conscious solitude is a tangible step towards unlocking supernatural abilities. You are not merely living alone, you are pioneering a revolutionary new way of being human, Are you ready to transform every single moment into a doorway to your highest, most extraordinary potential? Everything I have shared with you today, my cherished friends, is not merely information. It is an activation code, a powerful catalyst for your own profound evolution. The neuroscience, the intricate quantum physics, the very biology of embracing solitude, it all converges to illuminate one extraordinary, liberating truth. You are divinely designed to be sovereign, to be utterly complete, and to be incredibly powerful entirely on your own. Reflect upon what you now intimately understand. Your magnificent brain literally functions at an elevated capacity in solitude. Your entire electromagnetic field becomes more exquisitely coherent when it is not perpetually entangled with the energy of others. Your very genes express themselves in new, liberating ways when you bravely break free from inherited relationship programming. Your unparalleled ability to manifest your deepest reality profoundly strengthens when your sacred energy is no longer split or diluted. This, I emphasize, is not about being anti-relationship. It is about being wholeheartedly pro-evolution, pro-yourself. Every morning you awaken alone. Every evening you spend in conscious, deliberate solitude. You are not merely existing. You are dynamically evolving. You are becoming precisely what humanity is destined to become: energetically sovereign beings, utterly capable of generating their own elevated states of consciousness, their own wellspring of joy and love. The future, my friends, unequivocally belongs to those who courageously master their inner world. While others endlessly seek completion in external relationships, you will be operating from a profound place of innate completion. While they navigate the turbulent waters of emotional dependency, you will be fearlessly exploring and activating your own supernatural abilities. While they remain entrenched in survival modes, you, my brave soul, will be creating new, higher states of consciousness. Remember this sacred moment, for this is when you chose to step out of humanity's ancient, limiting programming and decisively step into your full, boundless power. This is when you consciously decided to become something new, something truly extraordinary, a completely sovereign being, magnificently capable of generating all the love, all the joy, all the power you could ever need entirely from within. You are not just choosing to be alone, you are choosing to become unlimited. Are you ready to live fully and vibrantly as the most evolved version of yourself?